What is going on, guys? We are talking AMC's Into the Badlands. Monkey leaps through mist. Spoiler review. So in this episode, I really did quite enjoy the episode, honestly. I thought it was, granted from the last episode, we had that big action sequence. Ryder gets killed, which I'm pretty happy. Honestly, in this episode, I felt like Ryder dead was more effective and the performance was better than him ever being alive. That's just me. Quinn is starting to lose it though. He's starting to see Ryder. He's starting to see Ryder's ghost, and Ryder's telling him like, hey, you can't trust Veal, kill her baby, this and that. Like, women has always been a problem with you, Pops, so you need to take it easy, you know? Even though I've seen a lot of the things that they put into this episode, I mean, of course, with Sunny and the little girl, and then Quinn seeing Ryder's ghost. I mean, I've seen this all before, but I think it does work, even though I kind of was disappointed in the fact that, I wanted something a little bit different, writing wise and conflict wise, but it is what it is, and I think it's fine that they have those two kind of like tropes going on in it. And I'll get to Sunny's in a minute, but Quinn seeing Ryder's ghost, I did think the actor who plays Ryder just has a better performance when he's dead. I don't know what it was, but it just was better. So let's start with the widow and the aftermath of the Barons fighting and all that stuff. I thought it was very interesting how Stephen Lang was telling her, you need to kill Quinn and present Quinn's head to the other Barons. This gives us leverage. This might even give us a favor. And the widow at this point, I don't think she's really trusting too much of Stephen Lang's advisory, because look what everything that blew up, even though he said, how the hell am I supposed to know that Quinn was still alive? So what I really love about this episode is towards the end, where she kind of says, you know what, screw it, no, we're not gonna listen, I'm not listening to you, old man. Okay, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do it my way now. We are going to have an alliance with Quinn. The Barons wouldn't see it coming. We'd have more men. We can go to war with them. I like that. I like how the widow doesn't listen to Stephen Lang's proposal, and she kind of does her own thing. I did, for some reason, I kind of liked what was going on right there. So that was a great little stuff for the future, especially next episode. The heart of this episode was definitely Sunny and Nick Frost. Seeing Nick Frost's buddy, who, in return of giving them that sword from the Clipper that Sunny fought, which that sword is so sick. I think that's a pretty badass sword. I just gotta say that. In returning of giving him the sword, this guy gives them at least an entrance, a secret tunnel into the Badlands. The guy who helps them looks like what's his name? The villain in the first Mad Max film. He looks exactly like him, but he does help out Nick Frost and Sunny, even though towards the end of this episode things just go awry. And that's what I'm talking about, the other trope. The little girl is going to be a doll, and we all know what a doll is. And Sunny says he can't help her, or tells the mom, I can't help your daughter, I can't kill this guy. This guy's helping me get into the Badlands. I need to find Veal, and I need to find my own son or daughter. And what I really like is Sunny, what I really loved about this episode was the fight sequence that happens at the end, because a lot of shit goes awry as we were watching, and of course Sunny does end up helping the little girl and her mother. But I think the fight sequence was much more grounded in this episode than previous episodes, and that I really appreciate that. I really see they're really using the slow-mo, and I know it's very artsy, and a lot of kung fu movies do that, martial arts movies do that, but I think it's more impactful when you speed it up, especially with fight choreography. So as much as some scenes do work with the slow-mo, I've seen this season already that they're relying a little bit too much on it, especially when Sunny was fighting that other Clipper. I felt like there was way too much slow-mo in that one, but this fight sequence was definitely a little bit more grounded. It wasn't too high-flying kind of everywhere. There was a lot more blocking, a lot more counter-punching, counter kicking like that. I appreciate that. But one of the tropes, of course, is a lot of the conflict that happens is Sunny has to take this is pretty much saving this little girl, even though it just honestly, it just becomes, it wasn't like a straight trope where he's like, oh, okay, you know what, I'm taking this girl and you can't do nothing about it. But you know, it is what it is. Veal was interesting when, you know, Quinn gets back to his compound. It was very interesting where that was all going to head to, because, you know, she killed his man. What was crazy was he of course he's going to allow Veal to live. Veal's not going to die just like that. He says, you know, I need you to keep Quinn alive. I know about Quinn's tumor still. I need you to get that out of here. So Veal, and then of course Quinn is about to kill Henry because Ghost Rider telling him to kill Henry, and Veal stops him, and Veal says, like, you know, I've my feelings for you, this and that. I do like the fact that Veal has now escaped. That's great. You know, I didn't really want Veal to stay in that compound too long. I don't understand how I still was baffled by why she didn't go to her first attempt at escaping in the last episode, but that was last episode. Other than that, I do like how Veal has escaped, and now, you know, even if Sonny finds Quinn, Veal's not going to be there, which I absolutely love the fact that Sonny has found out that Quinn is actually alive, so that's pretty cool stuff. Anyway, but I don't know if Veal, she'll probably get captured again. I mean, that guy was adamant of her, like, listen, you need to help him, and I won't say shit. You know, there was a lot of, like, definitely stories going around. I mean, you also had MK finally. There's a lot of fleeing in this episode, a lot of escaping in this episode. You had MK escaping his monkery, you know, and they're gonna go after him, which is really cool because we're gonna have some cool fight sequences. But I can't wait. The preview of next episode kind of really showcases that Sonny is in that general area while everybody's looking for MK, and Sonny and MK might have a reunion, which it's gonna happen, no doubt about it. So because Sonny was able to get away from all the Mad Max kind of people, go and take the car. Nick Frost grabs the car, grabs the girl, grabs the mom. So I don't know if that mom's gonna die or not, so we'll see how that goes. I hope they don't have a kid tag along with them. I kind of just hope that doesn't happen. But I do like the fact that maybe we'll get MK and Sonny reunion, and we'll get into, like, towards the first season, because, you know, Sonny was trying to help MK, but we'll see how it all goes. I thought the episode really ran pretty smoothly. I thought a lot of the interaction, especially with Ryder's mom, seeing Ryder and then her taking up arms she wants to kill Quinn. I like that whole conflict that's building up right there. I like Quinn, and he's kind of losing it a little bit, but I like the fact that the widow is going to pay him a visit. I like how Sonny is finally getting into the Badlands. I want this to happen, and I think he still has that sword, which is awesome because that's a badass sword. And MK doing his thing. You know, MK's not as knowing me as much as the first season because he's just not really the main focus this time. A lot of focus is all these characters and what they're doing. And I think the AMC and the writers and Into the Badlands writers are doing a great job really giving all these characters something to do and really setting up for other things, for basically the fate of all of them coming together probably towards the end of the season. I am very interested in all the other Barons and what they're doing, so I hope we get more into that. But overall, I think this episode was a solid one. It was a great one from countering the last episode. It wasn't too action packed. You got the most of the action with Sonny, and it's great I want more Sonny. I think Sonny is definitely a strong leading character for this series. He has been mooky and, you know, moody, but he would be if he wants to see Veal so much. But overall, I think it's a great balance for all these characters, and I think the death of Ryder, hopefully we won't see too much of his ghost, you know, so it takes away from the fact that he is dead. But overall, I did enjoy this episode, and I'm enjoying this season so far. I do think it needs to step it up a little bit more with the choreography, and I really do think I feel like it's a slow kind of burn, but it's going to pay off, especially towards the end. So I can't wait to see more of Into the Badlands. So thank you guys for listening. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Really appreciate it. Like the video if you like it, and comment below. Love to hear you guys' thoughts on this episode. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Do you think things need to change a little bit here and there? So far, I'm digging it, but I do feel like it is a little bit of a slow burn. But we're getting to the meat and the potatoes, especially with Sonny going into the Badlands. So I'm Dan Mangy, Dan's son. I'll see you guys later. Happy Easter.